So this video is going to be talking about the Michigan transfer agreements and the guidelines that SC4 has that they are taking from the Michigan legislature, where the community colleges and the universities worked a number of years ago to come up with a transfer agreement. There was a problem with some universities not taking some credits that students had earned at a community college level. So they wanted to make it so that it was more of a smooth process for students, so that students could take advantage of the community college that they were near, so that they could save some money and have better transfer. So this was established and has been incorporated in the degrees that SC4 offers for their arts and their science specifically. So the first 5 categories of those degrees, if you watch those videos, with the humanities, the social sciences, the science, the English, and the math, they're all built around this concept. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to show you how you could navigate this and make sure that you're going to complete it. Because sometimes we have students that are not able to successfully complete a degree, but they do have these requirements met, so that when they leave SC4, they can ask SC4 to make sure that their final transcript has MTA satisfied listed, so that when you go away to a university, it will indicate that you've completed those gen ed things and you won't have to do them at the university that you go to. But it also could be something where we have some students have a wonderful opportunity, and at the end of 12th grade, they choose not to continue because of maybe a full ride scholarship, or they decide that they want to leave for another reason. But if you were to complete this by the end of 12th grade, which is completely possible, then they would be set up for the most success in getting all the gen ed requirements completed. So this document, it's a kind of a fill-in document. You can definitely manipulate it once you print it off and utilize it. But it's something, as you go through, it's going to be just, again, just a little bit of a different setup, but it's going to reflect everything that you saw in the other documents for the arts and the science. So for the first category, you have to make sure that you take either English 100 or English 101. So one of the two, and English 100, as we discussed before in a prior video, is English 101 content, but it's with support. So it's going to be giving you built-in academic support during each week. Then English 102 is the second requirement. I know that the MTA says that you could be doing speech 101, but we have found through the years of working with students and transfer that universities, including like University of Michigan and some other higher ones, they really would rather you have English 102 completed because that's what's going to transfer best for going into them and helping towards your degree. The next category is going to be social science, which is, again, the first thing that you would see in the arts or science degree. And you have to do 2 different classes from 2 different disciplines. And then jumping down here, each of them have to be at a 2.0 or higher. So all of the classes that are eligible for you to pick from are listed here under the social science category. So if you were looking at your classes through your portal or your service center, or using the SC4 degree planning option, looking at that, they would be able to, look at course descriptions and making your decision. But let's say for your very first semester with us, you took political science 101, and then maybe the second semester you took social 101. So these would be 2 of the classes that you could use to complete. Then when you go on to the humanities, same thing, you have all the options listed here. You would just go through and record what it is that you chose to do. A lot of students love theater and a lot of students love history. You can make it to be whatever it is that you want. And as long as you had a C or higher in each one of these, then that would be completed. For your science classes, all the science classes are listed here. Please make sure that specifically with the geo classes like earth science, which is 101, and meteorology, which is 105, yes, they are completely different areas and classes, but they're both under the geography category. So you have to make sure that you don't do both of those and count yourself good with your science, because they're both in the same, what they refer to as discipline. So it has to be something else. So if you choose to do a bio class, that's great, or a chemistry or anything else like that. And maybe you choose even to do an astronomy class, and that could be your second. So then when it comes to pathways, this really just depends on what you want to do and what your pursue is. There are 3 different levels that you can go through for the Michigan Transfer Agreement. The first one is going to be Math Foundations, which is an arts degree only completer. So that is Math 1100. And then 1101 is going to be that Math Foundations, theory of math type of thing with support. So you can do one of the 2 and earn not only your arts degree, but also your Michigan Transfer Agreement. And it can be noted that way. The next one is going to be the statistics route. So this is going to be Intro to Statistics, the 1120, and the 1120-21, or sorry, 11 21 is going to be the statistical support. So again, that could be the statistics route that you go, but then the math 1130 is going to be the pre-calc route. So you'd have to decide based on whatever degree that you're pursuing, which one of these maths you're going to do. Again, you need to have a C or higher, and then you can go ahead and record that one. Looking at the rest of it, it just says that you have to make sure that all of the credits added are going to be 30 credits and that you have that overall GPA for each class at a C or higher or a 2.0 or higher, or it will not work. So with these classes, with the 2 English, the 2 social science, the 2 humanities, the 2 science, and then the 1 math, that adds up to 9. So if you were a traditional shared student coming from us from one of our partner schools at the beginning of 11th grade, you would have 3 classes by the end of your 11th grade year, and you'd have 6 more by the end of 12th grade. So you'll have 9 classes. So this can be completed by the end of 12th grade, as long as you're passing your classes and taking the right ones. So if you have questions about how to complete this or how it works with how it's built into the arts and the science degree, please let us know so that we can help you and get you the information and sit down and talk.